Robert Space Industries is one of the oldest modern space corporations that stretches back all the way to mankind's first steps into the stars with the Zeus Mark I being one of the first ships to ever quantum travel. Today, RSI is a leading ship manufacturer that produces many vessels for several different roles, such as military, cargo, and soon to come, mining. Today's focus is going to be my personal thoughts and opinions on the RSI Meteor after about 2 weeks of flight time with this vessel. But hey, I'd like to welcome everyone back to my channel for another video. You guys already know who it is. It is the biggest bird on the block, FC, aka Fried Chicken. When I first got my hands on the RSI Meteor, I thought that this ship was really cool, mainly because it was really fast and agile. I told myself that this bird will be really good at getting up close and personal to your opponent so you can swiftly take them down. The Meteor came equipped with a lot of firepower that really piqued my interest. It came equipped with 4 size 3 hardpoints and then 2 size 5 bespoke hardpoints. I told myself right away that I can literally customize this ship to run whatever I want. If I want a mixture of attritions and distortions, I can do that, ballistics or lasers. I can literally just do what I want since I have so many slots for my firepower. And the next thing I like about the RSI Meteor is going to be its interior. It pretty much has everything you'd expect for a ship to hold it down for an individual pilot. If you're out there doing mercenary missions, bounty hunter missions, or being a support ship to a Polaris or Idris, you will have everything you need on the inside to take a rest and a break. Bathroom, kitchenette, bed, gun rack, and also personal storage. But now let's talk about things that didn't really run that well with me when I was flying this bird. So right off the bat, one of the biggest things that really hurt this ship for me was its durability. I really wanted to take this bird out and go run a bunch of missions and try my best to live in it, kind of like the Guardians, where they're tanky enough and beefy enough to actually survive a couple battles. But with the Meteor, with its small size 1 components across the board, it made it very difficult to actually even do just that, even a couple times, even doing the most simplest of bounty hunter and mercenary missions in the verse. If I was ever going up against any more than 3 NPCs at a time, I would usually get shot down almost immediately by either a single rocket or just by the regular gunfire, which is really annoying when you're trying to actually live in the bird a little bit to actually handle your business. Now, ever since the launch for Race for Stanton, there has been a whole bunch of hotfixes and patches and things applied to the game. I also believe that they also nerfed the Meteor as well when it comes to its movement speeds. 2 weeks ago at its launch, this ship felt very agile and moved very quickly in any direction you wanted to put it in. But today it does feel a lot more sluggish and slower, especially when it comes to its pitch and yaw. I definitely felt like this ship almost handled identically to either a Guardian or the F8C when it comes to the aspects of its movement. Now, this thing has all the firepower in the world to handle itself, but it means nothing if you're not able to get close enough to your target to actually utilize the firepower that you have at your hand. And to me, and maybe a lot of people in the verse, that could be a deal breaker for some of you guys out there. Now, let's do a little bit of recap about what we covered in today's video. Initially on launch, the RSI Meteor was actually a really cool ship. I really liked the way how it handled, but over time the handling did change over the past 2 weeks. I don't know why they made it less agile, but it does feel like it's a little more sluggish. I do absolutely enjoy the interior of the ship and the way how it is laid out. It really does feel comfortable, and I would like to actually be able to live in this ship a little bit if I was able to. But since the ship goes down incredibly easy, very squishy, very squishy, glass cannon type of vessel, it's a little hit or miss there because you're just not able to survive in this vessel for very long. And now probably one thing that I should talk about is also the price point of this vessel. For some reason, this ship, it's so expensive, $240 before tax, and it doesn't offer a lot. This ship is it's cool and all, but it's not worth that price. If it also offered the quantum interdiction, kind of like the Mantis, alongside all the guns and stuff, then maybe it would be worth around that price point. But since this is supposed to be a medium fighter, air quotations medium fighter, you'd think it would be able to handle itself a little better in the verse. Now, who knows what CAG will do with this bird? Maybe they will tweak it, maybe they'll give it size 2 shields in the future, or give it a whole buff because it desperately needs it. We just don't know because everyone knows that CAG do what CAG do. And so we would have to just either complain a lot or just wait to see what they actually do to the Meteor. But in my personal opinion, this ship is more or less a pass for me. Tell me down below in the comments if you actually picked one up, and I'd like to hear your story on why you picked it up and if you're still actually flying it or if you refunded it back to CAG. I'd really like to know, but in my opinion, like I said earlier, it's just not there for me. This bird is supposed to get up close and personal with your target so you can take them down with them 5-size cannons real quick and easy, but you're just not able to do that. The lack of agility and then also the lack of hull HP and density, it just dies way too quickly for you to actually be able to use it in a feasible manner as a actual medium fighter. But boom, that is pretty much it. Again, tell me down below in the comments what your guys' thoughts are on the RSI Meteor. Again, like I said, it's more of a pass to me. I'd rather pick one up once it's viable in game and, you know, to wait and see what happens, but you never know what CIG do. So yeah, let me know down below in the comments what you guys personally think about this vessel and, you know, all that good stuff. But don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Please slap that like button because it really does help push me up in the algorithm so more eyes are able to see me. And if you wish to support the channel financially, I do appreciate everyone who drops supers and become members and stuff like that. You guys are the ones who make it happen. But you guys already know who it is. It is the biggest bird in the verse, FC, aka Fried Chicken. Big Bird out.